On the vast land of Taishan, China, there are over 5,000 European-style buildings scattered like pearls. They are bustling fairs, shields of peasants, protectors of the hometown, indelible mark of history, and even the Western and Eastern cultural integration history of Taishan. It's the indispensable site in the history of the hometown of overseas Chinese. It's the well-known foreign-style story buildings in Taishan.
台山的洋楼不仅在武夷侨乡，就是在广东省，在全国来说都是非常有名的。首先一点呢，就是它建造的历史比较久远，大概从上个世纪的80年代开始，这个华侨呢就陆陆续续的那个汇款回来，就开始建这个洋楼了。
As a famed hometown of overseas Chinese in Guangdong or even throughout China, Taishan has a population of over 1 million currently, and the number of overseas Chinese from Taishan also exceeds 1 million. Historically speaking, as results of the development of overseas trade, periodic domestic political crisis, and economic exploitation of the feudal landlord class, the migration in Taishan can be traced back to the Silk and Porcelain Road on sea. The Opium War of 1840 forced China to open its doors to Western countries. In the same period, emerging new capitalist countries on the other side of the Pacific, such as America, Canada, Australia, etc., created a large labor market due to the chain reaction of gold rush and railroad construction. But at the same time, Taishan people were suffering from clan conflicts rising out of clan contradictions between population and arable land and ceaseless infraction of banditti. All these gave rise to the migration peak of Taishan area in 1868. Since then, the migration destination of Taishan area has been shifted from Nanyang to America. After World War I, capitalist countries like America and Canada entered a new historic development stage. The Taishan overseas Chinese with some amassment initiated a tide of construction in hometown. At the turns of Qing Dynasty and the Republic of China, in hometowns of overseas Chinese throughout China, an upsurge of construction funded by overseas Chinese was launched. Different from that of other areas, although the new village of overseas Chinese in Taishan also featured uniform Chinese traditional single-story house with row upon row of buildings in close order, but with the upsurge of overseas Chinese passion and unparalleled increase of remittance, since 1917, a new wave of construction featuring brand new Western construction style has been inaugurated in Taishan. In Fuyue Village, Doushan Town, 15 foreign-style buildings known as Fuyue foreign-style buildings coexisted with Chinese traditional folk houses. The construction time of the blockhouse-like folk houses and skirt-style blockhouse-like folk houses coincided with the heyday of the construction of foreign-style buildings in Taishan. Both were from 1917 to 1936. Fuyue Village, which was established 120 years ago, had a population of a little more than 300, but the overseas Chinese of Fuyue village exceeded 1,000. The patriotism of overseas Chinese of Fuyue was well known. Time changed, but the patriotism and homeland complex remained the same, like the foreign-style buildings in Fuyue village.
这个佛岳村呢，是我们台山一条非常有名的这个桥村。那么民国初年的时候呢，这个社会治安不敬，这个土匪呢比较猖獗。那么海外的乡亲呢，为了保护好家乡，就寄钱建造这个洋楼。这个洋楼嘛，这个多数都是3层或者4层的，楼顶呢都有一个这个瞭望亭啊。这个瞭望亭呢，既有装饰的作用，也有防匪的作用，是吧？到晚间的时候呢，站在上面一看就可以瞭望了。那么防卫的功能呢，主要还是在进门的地方，或者呢是在这个平台的底下就设置枪眼，这样呢起到这个防卫的作用。
According to the definition of a region of Chinese characters, story buildings means the construction of more than one floor. Hence, a folk house with more than one floor can be referred to as a story building. Yi Ming and other works of the same period mentioned decorated loopholes, underlining the safeguarding function of a story building. The foreign-style buildings featured foreign elements, both in title and appearance, but were also in line with traditional construction theories of China. Due to reasons that have given rise to the construction, the framework of the blockhouse was made of thick and solid wall. And small transom windows were designed for lighting and ventilation. In terms of construction style, most arches and poles of the cantilever platforms were Roman style. The most typical construction element was the roof. There were Italian vault style, Roman pasta style, British fort style, and even temple dome style of the Central Asia, European church style in Middle Ages. Long An Li of Baisha Lang rivulet of Taishan, which was in front of hills, was now